What's up, dude?
Name's Carlos.
What's up with you, Carlos? Why are you sitting out here in the parking lot? Walmart.
Well, I was talking to a friend because I've been meaning to start a band.
What kind of band? Is it like some death metal stuff?
Thankfully not, because if you were, you wouldn't like to hear it. I wish it was death metal, Joe, but I can't do death metal vocals at all. I was in a death metal band though a few weeks back called Dissemination with a guy from Polk County.
Dissemination.
Dissemination. It means like the spreading.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't know if it's semination or dissemination.
Yeah,
Semination would be like
dissemination.
different
So
thing.
I am also a roadie. I'm welcome to the local scene. I'm gonna give you like a full rundown on shit. Um, I am a roadie for Social Division,
Social division.
band in. Well, they've always practiced at Circle Rehearsal Studios. They're a great band, you know. There's a new vocalist, but the old vocalist, he's like a brother to me.
How'd you get started with social division?
Had a friend, had a friend like all most of the band members are my friends basically.
How old are you?
19. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't be doing this at 19.
Yeah, man, don't be smoking. So where are you originally from?
I was well, I've been all around, you know. I'm born in Texas,
What part of Texas?
Dallas.
Use drugs?
Weed,
Smoke weed?
time to time.
Okay. You ever been arrested?
Not yet.
I haven't been arrested yet. Well, good. Let's try to stay on that path. Stay
Yeah.
on that trajectory. So what's some crazy stuff you've seen as a roadie for social division?
The crazy. Listen, when you're a roadie, you have a job. You have a job, not just to help set up the stage and then pack up the stage, but to make sure that the band members don't do. They just don't do anything stupid. Let
So
me
you're
tell
kind
you,
of a babysitter for the band?
I am a babysitter for the band.
I hadn't heard that before.
Yep. Well, your whole goal is to make sure the people have a good show. You know. Um, After the show, you know, it's like rabid dogs and like letting go of the leash. But let me tell you about the old vocalist. I'm not gonna name his name. So let's just call him Paul. Paul, he's like a brother to me. Horrible bandmates. I earlier this year, last year, I invited him to my old death metal band known as AIMX. AIMX was a death metal band, yada yada yada. He always wanted to be the front man. He always wanted to be lead and center stage. That is not what a band is. So when he joined Social Division, he does an entire rework. Social Division before they were like Deftones ish, you know? You know Deftones, right?
I think so. Deftones. Is that an older metal band?
90s.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Um, they were kind of like that, but he reworked the entire thing. He's not even the founder of the band, so I don't know why he was doing this. But so what should I say?
Have you ever had anybody overdosing on drugs at a show or after a show that you
I
had to
have
deal
not
with?
seen anyone overdose, thank
Oh,
God.
good.
But I have seen someone. I have seen Paul, the first show of Social Division, the first show they ever had. He was he was high as hell on shrooms.
Okay. How was he acting?
He acted like his mind was fucked. He acted like his mind was blown. Like he pulled me over to the outside and he's like, dude, you gotta listen to me. You gotta listen to me, okay? Life is just like a video game. We're just little characters, and maybe the God out there is the player. And I'm like, shit, like, Jesus Christ, dude. That's why I only stick. Listen, if you're gonna do drugs, stick to weed, because they're legalizing that stuff now. It's great. Medical. Don't smoke cigs, kids. Don't vape. Don't. I have many life lessons.
At
But
19.
19. Um, well, that's what the local scene does to you. Um, Paul is a bit of a wild guy. He's very wild. Uh, he pissed off a whole band once. So he was roadieing for a band. Everyone roadies each other, by the way, in the local scene. It's a thing.
So one band roadies for another band.
More so, guy from band roadies this band, and then it's the other way, paying back to the scene.
Okay.
But basically,
How many shows have you roadied?
well, you're gonna be surprised when you hear this. 3. I'm doing my next show
Okay.
this month on the 16th.
How many people show up for this Social Distortion band?
Social Division.
Social Division band.
Um, first time, not a lot of people. Too much to the point where I got up on stage, stole the I stole. So there was not a lot of people. So me and the other roadie, we just ran up the mic, got the the backing track vocalist's microphone, and it was like my own summer. So it's like summer, and we just stole the microphone from him, and we just started screaming, "Shove it, shove it, shove it!" Um, you know,
Social Division, do they have a website or a Facebook page?
I think they have an Instagram.
Okay.
Um, but Paul, back to Paul. Paul, so when you're roadieing for the Brass Mug, even though you're a roadie, you still have to pay the entry fee. You know,
Brass Mug.
Brass Mug. It is a venue in Tampa. It's known historically as the greatest, like, death metal was founded here in Tampa. Well, not really. It was originated back in California with Jeff Becerra in Possessed, but death metal was really made here. So, anyways, yeah, Brass Mug. You have to pay an entry fee, and so the roadies pay the entry fee. Some of the other roadies, the band they set up in the back. Paul does something stupid.
What do you do?
He's walking in with his girlfriend, like the front desk lady's like, "You gotta pay, sir." He just waltzes on by. Now, this is all I've heard the story. This is an only
The
story.
band has to pay, or you mean when he's not playing there, he still does that?
No, no, he's not in the band. He's roadieing for the band.
Oh, right, okay.
But anyways, like I was saying, he's roadieing. He takes a couple drinks. By the way, he's underage, so iffy.
That's bad news.
That's bad news. I mean, you're you're in the local scene. You're in the local scene. You're gonna see lots of people doing drugs, alcohol. It's the norm. I try to stay away from it as much as possible, and I've so far only cigarettes bit me in the butt.
How'd you get started with cigarettes?
That is a interesting question, but I will tell that this thing's not lit. Yeah. But anyways, um, so Paul waltzes in there. He starts drinking, and the front desk lady's following. The front desk ladies, she's following him around, right?
Because he didn't pay.
He didn't pay. Not, neither did his girlfriend. So then he snaps, goes like, "Fuck you, I'm the best fucking person here in the local scene. You don't even know who I am? I'm the fucking vocalist of Social Division." He was the old vocalist, let me remind you. And if I was there at that moment, I would have just slapped the shit out of him. And it's like, are you playing with fucking Metallica? Are you playing with Metallica? No? Then pay at the front. Because this guy, brother to me still, like, great guy. But sometimes, you know? And, he would, basically go like, he would just be egotistical. Anyways, he gets kicked out. There was a promoter at the show and recorded all of his little antics,
Little shenanigans.
shenanigans, and said this band supports underage drinking and free admissions. Don't support this band. So he screwed that band over, and now that band hates his guts.
And even though he wasn't the vocalist, he still did that.
He wasn't the vocalist of the band he was roadieing for. He was the vocalist of Social Division.
Another band.
Yes.
Okay.
But the reason he left was, okay, Paul was mooching off of people. And mooching off of for like rehearsal studio money, food, that kind of stuff. And he's like, I don't know if I can stay in the band after mooching off of so many people. So the founder, let's name him Jackson, because I love Jackson guitars. They're good guitars.
Why don't you say his real name?
Why don't I say his real name? Because I don't want to start shit. Honestly, even though some of my friends are stupid, I still love them. You know, I'm actually been wanting to sometime very soon start a I've been meaning to start a kind of like Napoleon Dynamite movie where there's no specific plot about this scene because it has been my second home, really. And I know that sounds like, oh, drugs, this stuff. Listen, you're living like Motley Crue every day. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm trying to do it. Damn. Anyways, so he's like mooching off people, so they're like, okay, you can stay or leave. So like, oh, I'll leave. So it's like, what's the point? Social Division, though, great band. They played with Michael Graves of the Misfits. Now, I don't know what political affiliation. Michael Graves politically is stupid, but I'm not going to get into politics because,
It's okay if you do.
nah, I don't want to get into politics. Um, but great singer, They had a Michael Graves night by Austin of Bad Future, who does lots of booking for shows here. And, my friend, uh, my friend Mac, let's call him Mac.
Yeah.
He was in tears and hugged me because he played with. It was like, oh my God, Carlos, I played with Michael Graves. And it's those moments in the local metal scene where everyone comes together and has this one goal, this one main thing, and it's just great. Now I'm in a new band myself called Mad with two D's, and we just started it this week.
Are you vocalist?
Uh, trying to get that Lemmy Kilmeister voice. Ace of Spades, something like that. Um, I shouldn't. Yeah, I should really stop this actually.
You
No,
live with your parents?
yeah, my mom found out I smoked, and she's like, I, you know,
Why don't you stop?
nicotine addiction.
Hey, man. Yo, you want to do an interview on a YouTube channel? Just in the middle of something. All right. You get somebody better than me, I'm pretty sure. All right.
But you know, nicotine. I heard a guy say, "I've seen meth heads quit easier than cigarettes."
Nicotine's tough. I'm glad I never got on it.
Good. I think I got it from my father. I actually think I got it from my father. He passed away, not from smoking. It was actually like a surgery gone wrong, but he had bladder cancer, and he had to. I'm not kidding. I would be like 5 years old in Miami. 4 years old. I would be in the toilet, and I'd see my father. He great guy.
Did you say Miami?
Yeah, I grew up in Miami, but I don't have a lot of stories in Miami. I lived in more say like good place in Miami. Um, he would he had a tube, right? And to pee through his belly button in the sink. I know. It's sad. But
All right, man. We appreciate it. I guess we're going to go around the corner of the bus station, try to find some interviews.
all right.
Thank you very much.